Hi guys. Today we are going to learn about a current artist named Wayne Thiebaud. Wayne Thiebaud is one of my favorite current artists. A current artist means that they are still alive and still creating artwork. So what we're going to do is we're going to have an art talk about Wayne Thiebaud where I tell you some about him and I show you some of his beautiful paintings. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you an art challenge that I would like for you to complete at home. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to shrink myself down so that you can see Wayne Thiebaud's artwork more clearly. And let's see what we can learn about Wayne Thiebaud. All right, so Wayne Thiebaud was born in 1920, and he's an American artist. He was born in Arizona, but he now lives in California. He's going to be 100 years old in November. So that just shows you that you can be an artist no matter what your age is. Wayne Thiebaud considers himself just an old-fashioned painter. He's not really part of a certain group. Sometimes you may hear about an art group like the Impressionists or the Expressionists. So Wayne Thiebaud just says he's an old-fashioned painter. That's all he describes himself as. He's very well known for his very colorful paintings of food and household objects. So let's take some looks at his paintings. All right, here's one that's called Boston Creams, and he painted it in 1962. So in the painting, you can see that there are lots and lots of Boston cream pie slices with little cherries on top. A lot of times in Wayne Thiebaud's paintings, you're going to see rows of items, food or the household objects, whatever it is that he is painting. So in this picture, he has multiple rows of his Boston cream pies. Here is another painting by Wayne Thiebaud called Tulip, Sundaes, and he painted this one in 2010, so he would have been 90 when he painted this painting. And it shows some little ice creams in some beautiful glasses with some nice colors. If you look down towards the bottom, you'll see that there are some shadows made by the two ice cream sundaes. And you're going to notice a lot of shadows in Wayne Thiebaud's artwork, shadows that are very bold and kind of exaggerated. So make sure you pay attention to that as we look at some more of his pieces of art. Here's another one called Two Jolly Cones, and you can see why he named it that, because the little ice cream cones have little faces made on them. And again, you can see that he has some nice strong shadows being cast by those ice cream cones. And then here's another one called Seven Suckers, and he painted it in 1970. And you can see the nice patterns. The lollipops are in a row, 2 rows, and lots of bright colors and those shadows that we talked about. So as we've looked at his paintings, you'll have seen that there is kind of a theme with Wayne Thiebaud's artwork. A lot of sweets are often in his paintings. I think he must have had some sort of sweet tooth, probably still does. And he uses something called repetition. In art, repetition is where you take an object and you repeat it throughout your painting or drawing. So Wayne Thiebaud uses a lot of food, a lot of repetition, bright colors, and shadows. Now remember, I said he doesn't just do food, he also has some household items. So here are rows and rows of neckties that you might see your dad or your grandpa wearing. Those have a lot of patterns and colors, pretty exciting ones down there at the bottom. And again, they're in rows. He's using repetition. There's lots of bright colors and some pretty bold shadows being made by the ties. And then here's one called Bow Ties that he painted in 1992. I think this one is fun. I like all the patterns that are on the bow ties. And you'll see the similarity with the other paintings that he made, with the rows of items using the repetition, beautiful patterns and colors, and there's shadows. Now, Wayne Thiebaud doesn't just paint food and household objects. He also makes some gorgeous landscapes. This is one of his landscapes called Flatland River that he made in 1997. And if you look closely, you'll see that there are similarities between his landscapes and his other paintings with the food and the household items. You can see there are very dark, bold shadows. There's lots of beautiful, bright colors, and there's repetition. If you look throughout that landscape, you'll see lots of patterns, things that are being repeated over and over and over again. So that is Wayne Thiebaud's style. So that is one of my favorite artists, Wayne Thiebaud. Now let's get to your art challenge. So I've called this project Food Junkies because I would like for you to choose your favorite food. It can be a sweet, like what you saw a lot of Wayne Thiebaud's being, or it could be a vegetable or a fruit. Let's see, my favorite food would be fried okra. I'm not sure if that would make a beautiful painting or not, but I could try it out. So choose your favorite food, whatever it is, and then you're going to need some paper. So whatever paper you have available at home, white paper from the printer at the computer, drawing paper, you can draw in a sketchbook, whatever type of paper that you have available. I want you to draw your favorite food multiple times. So that means that you're going to be using repetition. So don't just draw it one time. Let's act like Wayne Thiebaud and use repetition. So draw your favorite food more than one time. And then after you have drawn it on the paper, make sure that you filled the space. You don't want to have too much negative space or empty space. Then I want you to add some color. Use some bright colors like Wayne Thiebaud. You can use any materials that you have at home. You can use watercolor, you can use crayons, you can use markers, or you can use a mixture of both to have mixed media. So you choose what you would like to use to color it. And then don't forget about the background. You can color the background a color or put a pattern in the background. But add some sort of decoration to the background so that it's not just a white page back there. And then a bonus thing that I would like for you to think about are the shadows. You can go back through the video and look at Wayne Thiebaud's artwork again and see how he makes those strong shadows on his artwork. So on your picture, see how you can make a shadow for your favorite food. And then when you're finished, you will have a piece of artwork that is a reminder of Wayne Thiebaud's art. So I can't wait to see what you do with this project. Have fun with it, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.